If you're still running your business day to day and you get sick and you can't and you get ill and your business can't operate without you, that means you're not running a successful business.
Sometimes we are a liability to our own business.
For sure.
And you should aim to where you are a liability to your business. That means you have to remove yourself. I went to Paris, Greece, Tulum, Cancun, Australia, Bali. I started running my movie, bro. I'm talking about, I've been around the road like 2-3 times. I started just going because I realized I did not have to be there. It's hard to really be that all hands off if you're not hiring A players or partnering with A players. And I think that's the problem that a lot of people have. They want to get the cheapest people, and that's why they got to work extra hours.
And even for those who feel like entrepreneurship isn't for them, even if it's not for you, everybody should be an investor.
That's a man.
Or if I lose my job, I know that my passive income from my investments is going to be able to help me and pay for my rent and my car note. Like those massive bills, or pay for my mortgage and my car note. Now all I got to do is worry about eating. Anybody comes to me and say, yo, Kev, where should I put my money? Yeah, I can give you advice, but it's your job to do your due diligence to figure out if that's the right place to put your money. Because one thing might make sense for me, but it might not make sense for you.
You have to find someone, whether they're your business partner or they're just a consultant to you, a mentor to you. You have to find somebody that's already doing the shit you want to do and lock in with them, take them out to lunch, pay the invoice, do whatever you have to do to get it, because it makes no sense to do something in 5 years where you can get it done in 1 year if you get the right advice.
Exactly.
It makes What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Funded and Closed podcast. My name is Derek Boone, and if this is your first time watching one of our episodes, I want to explain this is a podcast that I put together strategically to help people get started in business, real estate, whatever their dreams are, but they may not have the most right now. So I bring on 7, 8, and even 9-figure one day, which is going to be you, 9-figure entrepreneurs that can come on here and explain how they started whatever business they have, but did not have a whole bunch getting started. Because I listen to a lot of podcasts and people who say, oh, I built this big company, but I already had a whole bunch of stuff going on before I got there. And sometimes when you hear people say that, it's kind of like a disconnect, like, well, dang, I don't have $1 million sitting already, so I guess that's not going to work out for me. So I wanted to bring on individuals I know that, you know, started from ground level, made a whole bunch of things happen, and they can share the game back to you guys, and you guys can take the information and go execute on it. So as I'm always excited about every single episode, I'm super excited today for a couple different reasons. I'm trying to even think where to pinpoint this. Like, this is someone I knew for some years now, and we have done personal business together. I support everything he does. He supports everything I do.
For sure.
We hung out together. We partied together. We was very vulnerable together, talking about the stuff we got going on. We seen all different types of lights from each other, and somebody I really respect as an individual, and I respect as a person. I can honestly call a friend. My guy Kev, what's up, bro?
What's going on, bro? Listen, you definitely spoke volumes there. And just to give people some more insight on our relationship, today marks 1 month since my father passed away, and my brother was there to help me bury my dad that day. So, you know, that's what we really show, like a true brotherhood and real family. And I appreciate you for that.
No,
bro.
for
It's
sure,
real
bro.
love always.
For sure, bro. It's a couple people that I really like. I don't mess with everybody, but it's a couple people that I honestly will literally do anything for. You know, you one of them, and a couple other individuals. So definitely just appreciate you, and whatever I can do just to even help or just be a support, I'm always there.
For sure.
But it's funny because you were on here when I was doing my little mini series.
Yeah.
And that was good, but a lot of things has transpired. A lot of new things have happened. So I want to just, revisit the conversation and talk about all the new things you have going on, but where you at in your space in your life. And actually, for people that never watched the old episode, I just want you to touch on a little bit, what were you doing before, what you doing in the space now? And then I guess we talk about that transition, but also too, on this pod, we want to make sure we're giving people game too. So, in the midst of you saying your story, just like, hey, this is boom, boom.
Yeah, for sure. So I think, what was it, 1.5 years ago was when we first filmed
2 years.
2 years. That's
crazy.
crazy.
Is almost 2. It might 1.5 years.
Yeah, 1.5 years, 2 years ago, first came on the episode, and we was discussing, the company that I originally started, 1990 Business Consulting. So 1990 Business Consulting is similar to LegalZoom and Rocket Lawyer, where we help different entrepreneurs or up and coming entrepreneurs register their LLCs, register their EINs, put together their operating agreements, their shareholder agreements, their corporations, and also help build out their business plans for them as well, because a lot of people don't even know how to get to step 1 to even get to step 10. And I think that's one of the main issues that occurs when people want to really start their business, but they just don't know how. 1990 has been around since 2019. We've been a 7-figure business consulting company after the first 2 years of operation, which was crazy. I think a big boost, and timing means everything. And I'll get into a little bit of that as my story goes on about the trajectory of where I'm at now, is that timing means everything. So during that time where we first hit our first 7 figures was a little bit after the pandemic. And that's because everybody wanted to register their businesses. Everybody wanted to obtain some type of funding from the government at that time. And it was just making sense for a lot of people to start their businesses. And a lot of those businesses that did start in the pandemic, some of them aren't here anymore, but a lot of them are here and a lot of them are thriving, and people did lose their jobs, and it forced them to really pivot to start their dreams and go all in. Some people didn't have a choice. And I was glad that I was able to help certain individuals and those entrepreneurs really begin their journey. And I see where a lot of them are now. A lot of them, they're making over 100,000 a month. You know what I mean? A lot of them have 7-figure companies. After that transition with 1990, and it's still operating on itself. And
say that again.
1990 is operating on itself. I am completely hands off of my business. I have virtual assistants. I have a director of operations that's just handling my day to day. If they ever need me, then of course, they'll give me a call or whatever the case may be, but it's just doing this thing. I'm not saying that I'm ready to exit from it because that's my first baby, but I think one thing that a lot of entrepreneurs have to really think about is, what is your exit? Right? What's the next thing that you're going to do after you build out your business? Because you don't want to be running the same business for 20 years. You want to sell it. You want to make more money and move on to the next venture. I was able to scale 1990 the way that it was. Last year, I went away for a month for my birthday. I went to Asia. I went to Seoul, South Korea. I went to Bangkok. I went to Bali. Ended in Singapore. Like, it was an amazing trip.
On a tour.
I was going for a month. I was going for a month. And when I came back, I was so bored, like extremely, extremely bored, where one of my good friends who I've known for over 10 years, he's in the food and beverage industry, food hospitality. He owns a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants. And me and him always talked about doing something. And I called him and I was like, yo, bro, I'm bored. He was like, what you trying to do? I was like, well, let me contact Stephanie Washington. Shout out to Stephanie, who was our commercial realtor at the time, and who's still helping me get a crap ton of deals right now. Love Steph. But I was like, I want to do something. Let's figure something out. I want to open up something. I came back July 13th, sourced the deal in Center City on JFK. By July 28th, Philadelphia, Philly. By July 28th, signed, done my lease, went through the attorney, got a liquor license as well. Right after we got the liquor license, we went into construction. We started construction August 3rd. Construction was complete August 28th. We opened up Taste Cheesesteak Bar August 16th. And we've done high 7 figures since our opening. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary, which was September 16th. So it's been an amazing year, over 100,000 cheesesteaks sold. Just to give you a bit of insight on revenue, with restaurants, their profit margins on food and everything is about 6 to 8%.
Really?
Yeah. It's pretty low in the restaurant industry, 6 to 8%.
I don't know if you brave or you crazy getting into it. Without let me change that. Let me change that. Without a unique idea, like I like your idea, a cheesesteak bar.
Yeah, the concept was
like I like that concept, but people just open up like a little spot. Like and you know those margins,
Yeah.
it's like
Our profit, I had to do my due diligence. I just wasn't going to open up something to open it.
exactly.
Liquor sales had to make sense. Food had to make sense. And our profit margins on our food alone is 35%. So I feel like a lot of people, when they go into the restaurant industry, which is it's a high risk industry. People fail in it after their first year because
Yo, I know you're enjoying this episode. I know you're getting a lot of game and a lot of value, a lot of information, but is it okay for me to give you even more value? Is it okay for me to give you more information? So if you just said yes, what I want to do is I want to give you access to a free training that I'm having 100% free. You can log in. If you don't like, you can log off. It's 100% free. In this training, I'm going to show you guys the 4 steps that I utilize to be able to buy properties, rent properties, make money on property. Like this building we're in right now is 100% mine. And we do that. And I have done that doing those 4 simple steps. So what I want you guys to do is go to fundedandclosed.com, just like the podcast, but fundedandclosed.com. And you're going to be able to register for the free training. Like I said, 100% free. And it's going to give you those 4 steps that I utilize to build my real estate empire. And you can do this exactly where you at right now. So look, we're going to get back to the episode. But before we go ahead and finish, press pause, go to that website, go ahead and RSVP for the training. And I'm going to see you soon. Let's get to it.
They're not paying attention to their numbers and their metrics and how much your food weighs and how much this costs. And the prices of food change all the time. And people don't understand that. So now they might be running in the negative because chicken went from $60 to $100 and their pricing is still the same. Like you have to make that pivot, right? Taste right now, current valuation is at $12 million. Because within the restaurant and food and beverage industry, it's 4x of what your gross revenue is. So if you know how to do math, then you know how much we did within our first year, which is amazing. We're actually opening up our second location right after a year of being in business in Charlotte, North Carolina, right across the street from the Charlotte Hornets arena. Super excited. We're opening up at the end of October, and it's been a dream, man. It's definitely been a dream.
I feel like I just opened up a cheesesteak bar. Like
the
I
way
get so
you've been eating there, you think you own it.
Let's not talk about that. No, I just believe in though. So here's my concept. If my friends have something that the way this is how I look at everything, you're going to spend the damn money regardless,
right?
So I'm gonna bring it to you, and I'm gonna bring it to small. Like for example, in my properties, you hire like demo crew, clean out crew, whatever. It doesn't take a rocket science to clean a house, sweep a crib out, or take the trash out. I hire my little cousin. He'll go $100, $200, $300, $500, come through, take everything out to the front, and then we might have either the trash truck or like I have an actual company come pick up the actual bags. But my concept is like, yo, this might take them off of the street. This might have them, doing this brings them into the environment. You're going to spend the money anyway. I get hungry at lunchtime. I'm going to spend the money anyway. I'm going to spend it with my friends. So sometimes even outside of you, I might go out my way to spend money with somebody I know versus that's just how I operate. That's just how I operate. And then what makes the cherry on top, which is it's the best cheesesteak in the city. And honestly, I've had cheesesteaks in other places. Like this is the best cheesesteak I've ever had in my life.
Philadelphia 100%. Enquire's best cheesesteak, best of Philly.
Salmon,
for sure.
Salmon cheesesteak is the one. So here I tried the salmon cheesesteak, the jerk chicken cheesesteak, salmon cheesesteak, jerk chicken, and the oxtail. The salmon is like my go-to
all the time,
because I'm like 80% pescatarian. I eat fish, seafood every day during the week, and then on Tuesdays is taco night. My son loves tacos, so we have like turkey meat tacos. But besides that, but that jerk chicken hit.
Listen,
the jerk chicken.
Our top seller right now is actually the jerk chicken. Of course, the beef just sells because it's Philly. Beef is people love their red meat. People gonna have the beef.
That's the only reason.
Our oxtail goes crazy because people come in like, yo, what does an oxtail cheesesteak taste like? And then they take a bite into the oxtail and it just melts in their mouth, and they're like, oh my god, this is crazy. Like I enjoy this. The salmon, everybody loves that sweet chili, but the secret recipe is my mom. For those who don't know, I'm of Haitian descent. My mother was born in Haiti, father as well. That's where they met. But my mom has a marinade called épices that she creates, and that's what we marinate all of our meats with. A lot of cheesesteaks that you guys see nowadays, they aren't marinated. The meats aren't marinated, so they taste very bland. What makes them get their taste is from the onions and the peppers. Ours doesn't just come from the onions and the peppers. We season our meat, and that's what's the differentiator between us and everybody else in the landscape of cheesesteaks in Philadelphia. This is the mecca of cheesesteaks. So to even be considered the best of Philly after 1 year in operation is crazy.
You earn that shit.
It's crazy.
You and your mom earned that shit. You and your mom and your partner earned that shit. So before we get deeper into it, one, I want to go back a hot second because I think some people overlook that. You said 1990. I just want to touch on a hot second. I want to get back to the cheesesteak. Yeah. You said 1990 is running on its own, pretty much 99%, whatever. But you said something very key: the VAs, and then one person overseeing. Like, a lot of people don't know what a VA is and how long did it take, or was it hard setting up a VA and training them to go ahead and run the whole operation?
I think one of the things and
being a virtual assistant.
And I had this problem too. When you're first starting out a business, you're very, very hands-on. The success, if you can't remove yourself from your business and it still be successful, then, I'm probably saying this wrong. If you're still running your business day to day and you get sick and you can't, and you get ill and your business can't operate without you, that means you're not running a successful business. Learning how to delegate, learning how to appoint is one of the things that I had to learn over a period of time. Like my partner, shout out to B, my partner always would say to me, yo, Kev, you're such a micromanager. Like, you always got your hands on everything. Like, you're so meticulous. You seek perfection at all times. He was like, that's your main problem. You got to learn how to delegate so you can go and do other projects. We have a crap ton of projects going on right now. But to get back to 1990, I really had to learn that because I can't be registering LLCs every day. I can't be registering EINs and writing business plans every day. I can't do that because I have other dreams and aspirations that I want to achieve. I just want there to be cash flow coming in every month that can support, my daily operating, for me to pay my rent, for me to pay my car note, for me to travel, which I love to do, for me to eat and survive. Like, I need to be able to go out and figure out other streams of income, but I need to learn how to delegate. Delegate is the key word, and building out a strong team is also another key word that you have to do to make sure your business is run successfully.
I heard this before, and I believe it's true. Sometimes we are a liability to our own business.
For sure.
We are a liability. And you should aim to where you are a liability to your business. That means you have to remove yourself. If your business runs so effectively without you and you step in and they're like, yo, you're in my way, that means you're doing something right. So let's say you got Taste Cheesesteak and you walk in there and start doing stuff, and then the staff is like, bro, you got to get up out of here. Like, you mess up what we got. Then you got something going there, because it's like you are a liability to your own thing. When I heard the guy say that before, I forgot who said it. It was like this. I was at a conference. He was saying, I was like, that makes sense. Like, I want to be a liability in my own business. It means it's running so well on its own that if I step in, I'm actually messing up the flow. So
I want to be as raw as possible and as authentic as possible, because
run it.
This shit is extremely hard.
Run it.
Right?
Run it.
And I've been a liability to my business for an entire year now. Taste is 1 year old. We just celebrated our 1 year anniversary. I've been in my business hands-on, doing everything from liquor shopping to speaking to our vendors, doing our orders, everything like that. Up until my father passed away, my sister, shout out to my sister Kara, and I love that I have a support system around me that really wants to see me win. And they enjoy the journey as much as I do. And they are embedded in the vision as much as I am. Right? Everybody sees it. So now everybody wants to play ball. Like, yo, you're the visionary. We have to work with you because we want to see it be successful. You got something here, and we could really see it grow and scale. I want to be Kevin Dolce. I don't want to be Steven Starr. I want my name to ring bells. Shout out to Steven Starr. Shout out to Larry Merrill, who's doing his thing as well. He's another Black restaurateur who's really been paving the way. And I look up to a lot of different restaurateurs who are doing their thing right now. But when you have people who lock into your vision, you'll be able to really be successful. I got kicked out of my business September 7th. It's October 3rd. Like, no, I can't have any dealings with the POS and Toast. No, I can't do payroll. No, I can't do liquor shopping. No, like the answer is no. They'll call me to let me know. We're all in a group chat. All the managers, me, B, the managers of Taste right now with my sister, and her boyfriend, John. Like, they are meticulous at what they do. Finding the right people to run your business successfully. All I have to do is look at the numbers and the metrics. I can tell you if somebody's stealing alcohol from me, because I know that every 750 milliliter of alcohol has 23 shots in there, right? I know that. So I'm supposed to be getting 23 shots worth of money off each bottle. So if I know I purchase 40 bottles of Espolòn one month, and I only count 423 shots, which is equivalent to 18 bottles of alcohol. 48, excuse me. If I purchase 48 bottles of Espolòn and I can only account for 423 shots, which is only 18, I know that I'm missing 30 bottles of alcohol, which is equivalent to damn near $10,000. Where's my liquor?
Yeah.
Where's my liquor? Yeah. Somebody's stealing. I can still pay attention to them. Now I can really lock in and pay attention to those numbers because I have everybody else operating around me. As you know, you follow me on IG and in my close friends. Yeah. You see all the projects I'm working on right now. I'm actually building out a conglomerate called High Def Hospitality. Not only are we opening up a Taste in Charlotte, we want to do 4 locations of Taste per year. And not only do we want to do 4 locations of Taste per year, but we're in Eater Philadelphia, Philadelphia Inquirer, Philadelphia Business Journal for our other projects that are coming up. One of them being Enigma Sky, and the other one being Finish Your Champagne in Philadelphia. We have a rooftop vibe and a brunch vibe that's going to be coming to Philadelphia as well. So super, super, super excited about that. Those projects are under construction and you guys are going to love it for sure. But now I have that time to do that because I delegated properly.
Yo, the couple things. One, I really get hyped just hearing this type of stuff and just seeing it firsthand. But also, too, I think everybody, how do I want to put this? In this little extreme because of the circumstances that happen, but sometimes things need to happen for you to realize, like, X, Y, and Z, condolences again. Like, for example, me, I had a trip. When I first realized in real estate that I don't have to be here, I had a trip planned to go to Paris. This was 2018, 2019, something like that. Because I started in 2017. And my closing got pushed back to the week I was going on. I'm like, yo, I already paid for the trip. I got to go, like X, Y, and Z. I can't do the closing. Y'all got to move the date. And then that's when I just had a moment. I'm like, I don't have to be here. Like, as long as I set everything up, it can flow on its own without me. That was the best shit that could have happened. I went on that trip, Paris. I got FaceTime doing the closing. They wired my money. I'm like, oh, y'all fucked up now. I went to Paris, Greece, Tulum, Cancun, Australia, Bali. I started running my movie, bro. I'm talking about I went around the room like 2-3 times. I started just going because I realized I did not have to be there. Like, so, and that's sometimes things, had to just get shifted around. Like your team firing for you to, I say fire. Well, I guess fire.
No, they fire
you.
I got fired.
So where now you like, shit, they don't need me. But also the key is hiring A players. Like, it's hard to really be that all hands off if you're not hiring A players or partnering with A players. And I think that's the problem that a lot of people have. They want to get the cheapest people, and that's why they got to work extra hours.
What's also crazy about that too with timing, because you did touch on timing too. Like, dang, like you telling me I can't do X, Y, and Z, and just check this hit. Oh, what's up now?
Yeah.
I know what it feels like to make my money without you, right? Well, my dad passed away from complications of a stroke, right? Which he had a stroke about 9 years ago, and then he got vascular dementia which then left him to pass. But If it wasn't for my dad having that stroke 9 years ago, and this is full transparency, me and Herman wouldn't be in the positions that we are today, because my dad had a plan for us. And his plan was, it's either you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, or engineer. What people don't understand is that I have a degree in biology with a minor in business, right? Because I was following that plan. I got into DO school, you know what I mean? But that wasn't the trajectory I wanted to go. I ended up applying to MBA program, and I got into NYU, and that's where I went. So with my dad getting sick, it was like, you know what? I just want to follow my own path, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be left with this debt. Yeah. This is my life. Yeah. And that's a thing that a lot of kids who are children of immigrants go through, is that our parents like try to force their dreams of what they think the American dream is on us. And that's not it. It was all about God's timing. And I hate that my dad had to be ill and not be present to see how much we've thrived outside of those industries, so he can know, like, oh yeah, you don't have to be a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, honorable mention, a nurse to be making this type of money. Like, there aren't a lot of doctors who are millionaires unless they're specialties. And that's the millionaires are plastic surgeons, if you really want me to be honest. But we were able to do that based off of timing and what happens in life to really guide you in a direction of, yo, I want to do this so we can take care of you. My dad needed 24-hour care. If we weren't entrepreneurs, my dad would have to go the Medicare route. We would have lost his house that he purchased coming into the US. You know what I mean? Because they ask you for Medicare service. They ask you, hey, do you have a house?
Do you give that up?
And you got to give that up. We didn't have to do that because me and my brother were both entrepreneurs, and we were able to pay for his full-time round-the-clock care.
I think it's something deeper in that message for people that's watching. Yo, you guys may be looking at this, listening to what he's saying as like in the reference to what he's talking about, but look at it in reference to you guys' life. Like, for sure, if something happens, you know, out of nowhere, are you guys in a position to go ahead and do different things like that? And I'm not even just talking about the money aspect. Obviously, that plays a big factor, but just to be able to move around and make things happen, like have the time to make things happen. When you're working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, you don't even have the time to think about different moves, put different things together, come up with plans, come up with ideas. A lot of times people, you know, lose things or can't make things happen. It's not because they don't have the physical effort to do so. They don't have the time. Right. You're working 2, 3 jobs that's not really fulfilling you mentally, but not fulfilling you bankroll wise. Yeah, and there you losing on opportunities, you losing houses, you're losing this, you're losing that. So like I want people to understand, like, you know, I'm not telling anybody to quit the job. I'm not telling nobody you have to be an entrepreneur, but also when you bet on yourself and you putting yourself first and controlling your time, you can make more money. You could do more things. But when you're trying to condense yourself to this cubicle or to this, like I used to work in a nursing home. It's hard to even brainstorm about other things. You like trapped in this box. So I want people to watch this as, you know, maybe on the fence about entrepreneurship. Well, if you watch it, you're probably not. But if you are, like, yo, give it a shot. Like, give it a super. He just said if it wasn't for entrepreneurship, he wouldn't be able to go and support his dad over the last 9 years. Yeah. Like, that's like, think about it, your family.
And even for those who feel like entrepreneurship isn't for them, right? Even if it's not for you, everybody should be an investor.
That's a ooh, man.
Even if entrepreneurship is not for you, you should still invest your money, whether you're investing it into real estate, whether you're investing it into stocks, whether you're investing in the Bitcoin, whether you're investing into your friend's company. Learn where to place your money to generate you income, passive income. Also do your due diligence. One of the things that I've learned over the course of these years of entrepreneurship is that I have paid tuition. I've lost over $250,000 in bad investments. And that happens sometimes, but don't let that discourage you because you're like, dang, I don't have that to lose. I had that to lose. Did it hurt me? Absolutely. Did it sit my ass down? For sure. But I had to re-up, get that money right back. But it made me grind even harder because I had to find the right investment, not play, the right investment for me to be able to put my money in to see some type of passive income coming in. Not saying that it has to be, oh yeah, $100,000 a month or whatever the case may be. It could be $1,000 a month. You know what $1,000 passive looks like a month?
We just was just talking about this. Wasn't we just talking about this?
That's $12,000 a year.
Just said this.
People always want to look at the macro, but don't look at the micro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not always going for home runs. I'm going for singles all the time. The singles is what make the most sense, because when you're looking at it, right? Let's say I was to get a bar, and in that bar, I know that I can net $3,500 a week, $5,000 a week, whatever the case may be, right? I'm thinking about it like that. I'm not thinking about it like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make $20,000 a month. All right, cool. If I make $5,000 this week, there go my rent being paid right there. All right, next week I make another $5,000. There go my car note. Cool. $5,000 is gonna go into savings. Another $5,000 is gonna go into investments. Cool. If I'm making an extra $1,000 a week, all right, cool. That $1,000 is gonna bring my rent from $2,200 down to $1,200. Perfect. That's not something that I have to worry. I know that's coming in all the time. Or if I lose my job, I know that my passive income from my investments is going to be able to help me and pay for my rent and my car note. Like those massive bills, or pay for my mortgage and my car note. Now all I got to do is worry about eating. Yo, if you got to Uber, do that shit. If you gotta do any of those things to stack your money, do it. Making $300 a day is amazing.
That's
making
$100,000 a year.
Making $250 a day is amazing. People don't think about the small nuances of cash flow. Everybody always wants to hit a home run. Like that's not a thing.
Yo, I had a conversation with my guy Lean, and we were talking about this. This was a while ago, and he was like, people always think about home runs. He was like, yo, the little 500, the thousands, the 2,000s, the $400, the 300. He said all that stuff add up. He said, think about it. If you got 5 bills, now every little small move or passive income or play, that's one less bill. Before you know it, now you in the green, because these small little things just knocked out all your bills. And now your other moves will start stacking before you know it. Like, oh shoot, this just knocked out my rent. This just knocked out my car note. This move just knocked out my, my car insurance. This move just knocked out, tuition. This move just knocked out daycare. And then next you know, you like, technically speaking, you financially free. Like you're free from them bills. You like, bills. Okay, now when another 1,000, 2,000 come in, it's like, hold up, this is actually profit.
Then it turns into the rollover effect. Exactly. Because imagine saving 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 that you don't even got to touch. That can keep going into your investment account. Dang, and I'm making 5% on this. Dang, that 4,000. Dang, that's 4,500 now. Dang, that turned into 8,500, 4,500 one month, and you having an investment account, you making 10% on that. Yo, like that's crazy. It's crazy if you're investing your money the right way. If you're doing your due diligence, guys, I can't stress this enough. But whenever you're investing your money, make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you know what you're investing in. Make sure that your returns are profitable. Sometimes we all take losses. Life is not perfect. Losses happen. It's part of tuition. It's part of learning. Learn what you're about to put your money in, because that's your decision on your money. You can't place blame on anybody else on how you invested your money based off of you not doing your own due diligence.
That's a fact.
Look, if anybody comes to me and say, yo, Kev, where should I put my money? Yeah, I can give you advice, but it's your job to do your due diligence to figure out if that's the right place to put your money. Because one thing might make sense for me, but it might not make sense for you.
That's what people mess up at. They get mad at the person they might have invested into. And it's like, yo, I just told you what works for me. I didn't say that this was going to be a home run for you. I just said this was what worked for you. You still had to do your own due diligence. A lot of people just want to, I'm going to just throw money at Kev. Like, no, like do your own due diligence, because also I may have a different type of stamina when it comes to money sitting. I might have like, for example, like me, I might be able to sit on a project for 12 months before it's done. You might be like, I can't afford to sit for 12 months fixing up a house. You might be like, I got to do a 30-day. That's what you can, tolerate. But the transition, before we close out, I want to ask you 2 questions. One is a little serious and then one is this BS. But how are you? Because I feel like you one of the only people I can honestly be vulnerable with and just like, yo, you keep it real. Whether it's like, yo, this made me sad or this made me happy. Like going through the restaurant business for the year, handling other things that's going on as a person. Like, did you have moments where you just like, yo, man, this shit is hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Might even tear it up or might even just sit like, yo, I just need to I need quiet for a little bit. I just need to drink or I just need to chill. Like, do you have moments like that throughout the day?
Yeah, I was crying all the time.
Yeah. But I respect you saying it because some people think they got to be hard and just like it gets like that.
No, it's a very stressful business. Like it is one of the hardest businesses to start and run for a test of time. Yo, there's times where a week or two might be negative and you got to audit your business to figure out
what the fuck happened.
What's happening. What's happening? You're like, dang, I'm profiting $20,000, $30,000 a week. Next week, now you're running in the red. Whoa. What is going on here? Now you got to go into your metrics. What changed? Now I'm going to Restaurant Depot and I need to see if those food prices changed. Like, okay, chicken, like I said, chicken was $60. Now it's $100. What changed? Let me pay attention to the news to see what effects are going to happen. You think that strike that's happening with the longshoremen is not about to affect the economy substantially? Yeah. You think I'm not paying attention to all of that as a business owner?
Yeah.
I know that a lot of my products are US based, but I know that my disposables like my forks, my sandwich containers, my paper products, all of that is coming from overseas. There's going to be a hike in prices, especially if they can't come off the ships. So then what? Those are things that I have to pay attention to. And that's why this is very stressful. That's why sometimes I cry because, you know, there might be a time where I'm doing a build out somewhere and now I'm having a permit halt. And my tenant improvement time frame is going to run out and I got to start paying rent. Now I just got another $10,000 bill, $15,000 bill on my head and I'm not even done my project, not profiting. People aren't thinking about that. And that's where it becomes stressful. And that's why I'm bald. So people don't think about those things, but yeah, man, vulnerability within that space. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to have feelings and have emotions, but it's also based on having the right people around you, right? One thing that I can say, I made the best decision ever in my life by choosing my business partner, B. We are like Jordan and Pippen. He has over 20, 25 years worth of experience in this, and he understands the test of time. He understands the pivots that can occur within the business, what to do when your business starts to go into the negative, how to research, how to audit, how to do a complete factory reset on your business to bring you back into the positive. I'm not perfect at this. I've only been doing this for a year. I'm still a student to the game, but I got a PhD doctorate mentor who's been doing it. I know what I'm good at. I know exactly what he's good at. And we know how to work as a team to make that work so that we're not stressing each other out as much. Sometimes people pick the wrong partners and the wrong teammates to try to build out their business. And that's why they fail a lot of the times because they allow their egos to mess up their relationships within the business because you think you can do this, but you don't have the experience. I understand where I lack. I understand my strengths. I understand my weaknesses. And I know how to let go to the person who knows how to do it, who's experienced how to do it, for them to be able to manage that. I'm still a student. I'm going to learn. At some point, I'll get there. Year 1, year 25. There's a difference. There's a huge difference. So I'm always a student. I'm always learning. I know that I'm good at my business partner. He's a dinosaur. Social media is not his thing. I know what I'm good at.
Exactly.
I know I'm good at social media. So what am I going to do? I'm going to push the brand.
Yeah.
Yo, I know that I'm good at numbers. What am I going to do? I'm going to run through the numbers. He's also great at numbers. So now we're both.
Yeah.
We both could find anything wrong within the business very fast. Learn your strengths, learn your weaknesses, pick a good teammate, learn how to delegate. It's all important.
Hey, so I know you're enjoying the episode so far, and you're probably hearing some of the plays, but you might be like, my credit isn't there. I don't have the best credit. I may not be able to run some of the plays they're saying. So what I want to do is I want to give you an opportunity for free credit repair. Hey, I said it, 100% free credit repair. I'm going to drop the website below, where you can go ahead and get your credit repaired for free. All you have to do is have the credit monitoring software so that way you can pull your reports and this will be fixed for free. All you have to do is go to nochargecreditrepair.com. It is 100% free. All you have to do is have the credit monitoring software so you can actually pull the report and actually see what the score is on all 3 bureaus. And then this system is going to fix your credit for free. So again, nochargecreditrepair.com, and you guys can get access to that. Look, there is no reason why you can't win. This is the link for you to get your credit repaired. You're watching a podcast episode where it's showing you how to make money, how to get funded. There's no reason why you can't win. So go ahead and click the link, pause this episode, go ahead and sign up, and then get back to the episode and keep learning, keep winning, keep growing. Let's get it. I think you said a lot of great things, today. I think that was like, if anybody don't leave with nothing, that's that. Because it's important. You can't do what you don't know.
Yeah.
You can't do what you don't know. And not even just partnerships or not even mentorships or you just getting advice in general. Like, you're going, like, for example, you could have tried to do this on your own, but it probably wouldn't have worked out as quick as it did without having, that partner.
Right.
Now you have to give up a piece of, profit and stuff like that. But who cares? Because now you're going into year 2 now. Mm-hmm. Like the same thing. A lot of people like, I'm going to just try to figure out how to go ahead and start my own restaurant, start my own thing instead of finding a mentor. Yeah, you might have to pay for that mentor, but now think about how fast you're getting the success. Like, you can't do what you don't know, and you have to find someone, whether they're your business partner or they're just a consultant to you, a mentor to you. You have to find somebody that's already doing the shit you want to do and lock in with them, take them out to lunch, pay the invoice, do whatever you have to do to get it, because it makes no sense to do something in 5 years where you can get it done in 1 year if you get the right advice.
Exactly.
It makes no sense. It doesn't make sense to wait in an hour line at Six Flags where you can wait in a 10-minute line by just buying a fast pass. It like, think about that. So, I think that was really, really, really important, really good what you said. And I agree with you. Like, this past couple of weeks was rough for me. I'm dealing with like some court stuff with this house and a couple other houses. Like, it was a lot. I'm just like, the other night, what night was this? Was this Monday? Now I was talking to my guy. I said, bro, like, this one of the mornings where I just wish like 20 million just hit my account. I could just take the week off, take the year off. It was just so rough. Just whole much shit just was hitting, and it was just like, I had to call my old head and I was just like, bro, man, this real estate shit rough this month. Like, this shit kicking my ass. And I was telling him, I said, I'm winning, but I'm tired. Like, you know how you watch like old karate movie and then they just fight and they winning, but like, I'm beat up now. Like, I won the battle, but bro, I'm tired. So I feel you when you were saying like it get rough. Like, so, cause I was dealing with that for like, but also people don't understand, like, you can have a crazy run. I'm in here just doing layups. And then you had this 1 month, it's like, all right, it's my turn. My run, I had a good run. It's my turn to get beat up a little bit, and then we're going to go back on our run.
I think one of the things we also have to learn, too, is not burning ourselves out.
Yeah.
Because you're a workaholic like me. I'll work 16 to 18-hour days and then try to get some sleep and then do the same thing the next day. Like, we can't burn ourselves out. You was going through a little bit of a burnout. Sometimes, just take a mental break. Yeah. Like, yo, I'm not going to work today. Yeah. Like, I can delegate everything. Yeah. Today. And that's why having a good team and building out a strong team and having good relationships, partnerships, and having a good teammate really allows you to do that. Like, yo, I'm having a day. I need this day. Yeah. And you'll be able to, you'll get through those phases for sure.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So before we close out, I really enjoyed this. Before we close out, we'll always do at the end of the show, because I believe in investing. I believe in putting your money in, things that are long-term and just really building wealth. But also I'm big on, treating yourself, so what's some of the things you have done with your money from back 19, from your old business to Taste to, even other things you did? Like, what's some of the things that like you go ahead and do? Like, I asked Herman this question. Herman said some deep stuff. I was just like, wow, some powerful stuff. I would tell you after what he said, but I'll let you say your own thing first.
What, in terms of investing, like, in terms of having fun?
Like, would you have fun? Like, y'all just bought me, like for example, at work I was on here. I was like, what's some of the things you do with your fun? He said, man, I bought my Maybach cash.
Man, I bought a Rollie. I bought a Prezi 2024. I bought a 2024 Range Rover. I like traveling. Me, I'm going to be out. Yo, Kev, you want to go out? Where? Oh, no, we going to go out. Nah. That same 2,000 that you was about to have me spend in the club with you, we could go on vacation with that and have a ball.
Facts.
We could have a ball.
Facts.
When I started traveling the world and I started culturing myself, I learned how far the US dollar go. Yeah. I learned how far the US dollar go. I could go to Bali. 1 US dollar is 110,000 baht. I could get a 4-hand massage for $4 for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. So the things that I like to do, like this year I went to Iceland. I was in Turkey. I went to Cappadocia. I saw where all the
Turkey
hot
was
air
dope.
balloons was.
Turkey
I went
was
over to Bodrum, right off the coast of Greece, off the coast of Koi Island. That was amazing. I was in Istanbul this year. I traveled like crazy this year. Was in Aruba, was in Cabo, of course. I went to Cabo for my birthday because I didn't have enough time to really go somewhere. Plus, I was going to Turkey a few weeks later. So it was like, one of my main things that I enjoy doing with my money is just being out. I like clothes. I'm always going to buy clothes and sneakers and all that fun stuff. But I told myself at the end of this year, I want to buy some bricks. So I'm definitely going to get some bricks, something on the commercial side to really play with that money and have that asset to add to the portfolio.
Whatever I can help with that, bro, of course, just give me a call.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the best thing a younger individual can do is travel early on before they start making too much money. Like, for example, when I turned, let's say I graduated high school, maybe like 2013 is when I traveled before, but like 2013, I really started traveling.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I went to Greece, I went to Iceland, I went to Bali, I went to Australia, I went to Paris, I went to all them countries early on. Like, it's funny, Ramel said something to me, Ramel.
Yeah.
He said, I think I posted something in my stories, or I just went back into some countries. He said, "Oh, you been outside?" I said, "Yeah, bro." Like I don't know if it shocked him. He like, "Oh, like this online stuff." Like, I said, "Bro, I've been like,
traveling."
I'm not saying I was making millions and millions of dollars, but I always was getting to it a little bit, and I always was traveling, bro. I was always doing like off the gram, and he was like, "Why don't you talk about that more?" I'm like, "Bro, that's just is what it is." But I say all that to say it makes me who I am today because I'm not a super duper flashy person. And I think I got like that because when you travel around the world, bro, you the man with a white t-shirt. Like, it's just different outside of the country. Like, you can literally just be you. And also too, some countries are so poor where like you don't want to go out there doing too much for real. So when you travel and you see how far your money goes stretch, it's like, yo, bro, we about to hit the club tonight. Like, it's not even I got something better to do. It's just like I'm just not. I see, like you said, I see what $2,000 does out here, and it's just so the biggest thing I could say for like someone young is to travel early, because if you don't travel early and understand what your $2,000 can really get you, you end up spending that every single night at every single club, every single bar. It will literally happen. I have people that I tell them to start traveling. They never come back to the bar when they get done on their travel run. They be like, "Man, bro, I should have been on this."
And there's so many travel hacks too nowadays for people to be able to travel. So for free. Definitely take advantage of those travel hacks.
He's going to Canada for free next week. A part of Canada I never even heard of.
Where you going? Banff. Oh yeah, I was in Banff. I love Banff, and I went to Lake Louise, and it was amazing.
Shit!
Yeah,
well, y'all gotta talk after this.
Yeah, for sure.
You going next week? Yeah, that's dope. So appreciate you, bro, as always,
sure, bro.
Man.
You already know. Thank you so much, bro.
Yo, we had the first episode. We were literally eating your cheesesteak on the episode.
Oh man!
And then this has been the food of choice several episodes.
Look, man, I'm glad that Taste is able to, feed the city.
Yeah, I just got one request. Sure. I need a hoodie.
Oh yeah, say less.
I need a hoodie. Like I 100% need a hoodie.
What size?
For sure, large.
All right, I got you today.
My man.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you, guys.